This is the story of the super force of space explorers.
The Blood Witch, a dark high fantasy novel by renowned author Dr. Adega Outlaw. Get your copy of The Blood Witch, which is on sale now on Kindle and Amazon.com, or just click the link in the description of this video. Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki, and with me today, oh my god, I can't talk right. Of course, too long of a weekend, is my co-host on Zerohour, Zeropium. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning, and burn it down.
You all right there?
We're doing all right. It's a way to kickstart your Monday morning. So good morning, Loki. Good morning, chat. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. And yeah, thanks for tuning in again. This is awesome.
Good morning, guys. I've got a message I want to read before I say good morning, everybody. It's from Larry, who's been a member of this channel for 16 months and is a warrior of Midgard. He says, getting my membership chat out of the way today. Good morning. Good morning to Larry, brother. Thank you so very much for being here. Thank you for the membership. You guys keep the fires burning bright. Darius Munchausen with $1.49 super sticker. He's throwing the popcorn out this morning. Thank you so very much, Darius and Skull, brother. God, good morning, everybody. It's been one hell of a weekend. Good morning to Lady Mist, our guardian of the void. Good morning, Lady Mist. Larry, good morning. Chris Persia, the wrench of wrenches, is here. Good morning, Chris. Bash brother of the North. Mark, the infinitely tired, the Bash brother of the South. Good morning, my friend. How are you doing? Good morning. Sorta Boobs Cuber, my favorite polar bear on YouTube. He's also the only polar bear on YouTube. We won't hold that against him. Good morning, Daryl the Derelict. What's up? Greetings, program. How are you doing, brother? Asaj Melody, good morning, my friend. Stephen Ransom, good morning. Olds Gamer 72 Cutlass, thank you so very much for that little message you left on the new Metallica section of the vinyl shorts. I'm going to be uploading all of them, all of the colored albums. So thank you very much. Thank you everybody who took the time to watch those this Sunday. Next Sunday, there'll be 3 more. The Sunday after that, there'll be 3 more. And there'll be 3 more after that until we are done with all of the colored limited edition albums. Good morning, everybody. Abby Dinosaur 8000. What's up, little dino buddy? How are you doing? Decepticons, Cave of Villains. Good morning. Good morning, Pat S., my brother from another mother, just like Dave Bob. Good morning, Pat S. I hope you are doing well. Gun Bunny! Good morning, Gun Bunny. Bunny's got a gun. Big shout out this morning to my brother, Adega Outlaw, who's been kicking ass and taking names with his books that are out on Amazon and Kindle. Like I said in the little commercial at the beginning, the link for that, for The Blood Witch, is in the description of this video. Check it out. We're going to start promoting Evolution again soon, so the commercial is going to be changing. The link's going to be changing, but good God, Adega's been kicking ass and taking names. You've been doing so great, my friend. Pacific 414, good morning. Claude Saline, how are you doing, brother? Southern Viking Skull. Southern Viking, how are you doing, my friend? It is so good to see everybody here this morning. Apollome's Minion, good morning, Apollome. How are you doing? I hope you're being safe on the road and that pupper's doing well. Good morning. Dean Krantz, how are you doing, my friend? So good to see everybody. Mr. Buttcrack Media. Good morning, Mr. Buttcrack Media. How are you doing? Guys, we're just get this out of the way real quick while everybody's here. This morning, we are going to be doing a special, member stream later tonight at 5 p.m. And then we're going to be going over to Clobbering Times at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we're going to be talking about Emerald Knights, the DC animated movie that's all about Green Lantern and the Emerald Knights. So don't miss that today. Remember, 5 p.m. member stream, should be about an hour, and we're just gonna have some fun and kick back and hang out, and then we are gonna go over to Clobbering Times at 9 o'clock. So hopefully we'll see you all there. But let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's get down to why we're all here. Reboots, reimaginings, remakes, and let's start with we're gonna get the most horrible topic out of the way right out of the bat, and that is Firefly, ladies and gentlemen. Firefly is getting a reboot, reimagining. It will not have the original cast. They're going to start from the beginning with Malcolm Reynolds. It will be very PG. There will not be the edginess, the original dark episodes, the very much adult content of Firefly. And I don't mean like adult. I mean that the story was made for an adult. But yes, now it will be very PG. It will be very kiddie. They're gonna reboot it. And Nathan Fillion was recently on a show called Inside of You. I absolutely love this show. The guy that does it is the guy who played Lex Luthor in Smallville. I absolutely love him as an actor. He's a great actor. He asked Nathan some questions, and one of the questions was, can you tell me anything about the Firefly reboot? And he said, if I did, people would probably come down and burn down your studio. This was, not in a good way. This is not something he was saying, oh, people are going to be so excited or anything like that. It all is getting, and Joss Whedon will have nothing to do with it. Apparently, this is all from a source that came to that came to multiple outlets, and the very reputable source. I can get his name if you give me just a second, because I'm sure I've still got it pulled up. Daniel Rickman is the one who broke the news. PG, it's going to be PG Firefly. It's going to be very Disney. It's going to be on Disney Plus. You've seen what they've done to Star Wars. You've seen what they've done to Marvel recently, and the kind of stories they tell. Disney hasn't had that many official released in where they've released any information, but none of the original cast is coming back. What do you think about this, Zero?
I'm with Larry, who earlier said, "Oh my God, I'm gonna throw up." Yeah, it's been quite a while since I've seen the series in its initial run, but I remember enjoying it. I remember when the movie came out, I enjoyed that, and that I thought was that. The season wrapped, it got axed for one reason or another. I'm sure that's been well documented in the past. But when it was all said and done, I think, all right, well, it was one season, but we've got this. It kind of works as a standalone kind of series. Would have liked to have seen more, but not this way. Hell no. So yeah, if you wanted one more reason to not buy Disney Plus, I'd say this is a good way to get your foot in the door and shut that final nail in the coffin really good and hard. Bam, away we go. Yeah, I was telling Loki earlier last night when he sent me the message. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm out. No more Disney reboots for me. It's not going to be the same. And there's several reasons why. Loki has already stated a good handful of those. But yeah, it's too far gone. You can't capture lightning in a bottle twice, especially with a franchise like that, which has been so well and loved by its fan base, who still adore the original run it had. And I think I can speak for everybody who is a fan. Just leave it alone, because it's just not something that I would put a lot of faith in Disney doing this series right. Based on the descriptions I've already seen and heard this morning, it's not going to be good. There may be some that like it, but those are probably just diehard Disney fans. So yeah, I'm out.
Dave Bob says Firefly and Space Above and Beyond. I haven't seen anything about Space Above and Beyond yet. There have been rumors, but I haven't seen anything about it yet. And when I do, you're damn right, I'm going to say something about it right away. The lovely Sherry. Good morning to the lovely Sherry. How are you doing? We're talking about reboots, remakes, and reimaginings, which is, I'm guessing, all of the above for Firefly.
I hear the phrase reimagining these days, and it just means you have no imagination. That's pretty much what that means to me.
Yes. So Disney owns the IP, and it wasn't just the acquisition of Fox. This is one of the reasons why this is a confirmed thing, is that they actually purchased the IP. They purchased the intellectual property. They had access to what Firefly was on Fox. They did not have access to just, hey, we're just going to make whatever we want to. And they actually got the IP. So this was so they could secure the rights to make their own. It seems like more and more this is what we are seeing is we want to make our own version of this. And we'll segue that into, we're going to come back to Firefly at some point this morning, but one of the other things I wanted to talk about, this is a video game topic, is that not only has Capcom censored Resident Evil 4 in new editions that it's making, they are going to heavily censor the RE4 remake that is coming out. So what you've got is you've got remasters. You're going to have an update eventually that is going to take out a lot of dialogue and change scenes in the HD games that you have. So we warned everybody about this over and over again. Keep your hard copies. There are going to be editions that you own that are all digital editions that are going to change. They're going to have dialogue changes. They're going to be censored. The only way you're going to be able to keep your game is to have hard copies. And some of these hard copies must be updated online before they are playable. So you can't just put the hard copy in your game system and run the game. This game must be updated before it can be played. So if you have a PS4, if you have a PS5, and you own the HD editions on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, all of that, you have to actually update the game before it is playable. Now, from what I understand, the PS3 version, the Xbox 360 version, the original GameCube, PS2, all of that, you can still play. It's fine. You can just pop it in and you can play it without being online, and I don't even know if the updates will go to those versions. But I do know that these updates are coming for a update for the PS4, the PS5, the Xbox One, the Xbox One X, the Xbox Series X. How many fucking X's do they need? I don't know.
More.
But apparently Microsoft needs a lot of X's in their games. A hard copy that's not a hard copy. Yes. When you put that game in your system, if you are offline, it requires you to update.
Shit deal there. Yeah. Yeah, I remember going to the store and getting RE4 when that came out on the GameCube, and it had all the special editions, like with the big oversized friggin' chainsaw controller and shit. I'm thinking, how the fuck are you supposed to play a game like this? But yeah, so thank God I've still got all those hard copies. I could pop that little disc in there and play it anytime as it was intended. No updates required.
That's right. And the new remake, which is just like 3. I was very impressed with 2, Resident Evil 2 remake. I was very impressed with it. I really liked it. A bunch of people freaked out and said there would be no A or B mode. There is an A and B mode. The B mode is a little short for each person, but that mode still exists where you can play from one end to the other. Some of the features were not included, but I think 2 still held up. 3 was the big problem that everybody had because they cut a lot of content. They cut a lot of bosses. They cut like half of the game out. And the reason why was RE3 remake was originally going to be a DLC for 2. And they got carried away with it and it took them longer to do it. And they said, you know what, we'll just come out. We'll do it it's the same engine. It's pretty much played in the same game as 2, but we're going to come out with our own copy. And there's just a huge chunk of it that's missing. And a lot of people got upset. I enjoyed the game for what it was. Did I go back and play 3 on the original PlayStation and have one hell of a time playing it? Yes, I did. And I really enjoyed it. So that original concept was much better, I think, than the remake. This is different. Stars. Another thing they do often, Stig Kenobi says, another thing they do often is they make woke remakes and they remove the original games from the stores. They add the original games to extras. Happened with Baldur's Gate and a few others.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty sad. I mean, I love having all the hard copies. I would, I'll be the first to admit I love the convenience factors of buying digital. I've got a lot of digital shit, but when the day comes, I see all that stuff start to flop over with updates and reformats, and you're kind of just losing the point. You're losing sight of what made the originals great. And I remember. Sorry, I'll let you go quick. I remember saying this, several weeks ago when this was first coming out. It's like, really, do you have nothing else to do, Capcom? Are you creatively bankrupt that you just have to try to reimagine your old stuff that was the peak of your, like the pinnacle of your creation, because you can't really hit those mountains again? I don't know, but this is not the way to rebuild or maintain your already fleeting fan base.
How are they going to alter How are they going? Southern Viking asks, what is the reason for censoring games that have already been released? They're just going to piss off the fans. I'm going to read you out the kind of stuff that was altered, and you're going to shit a brick that they actually took the time to do this. You're going to be you're going to be like, what in the hell? Why even do this? So I'm going to read you off some. So this is the original transcript for some of the things that are going to change. Ingrid Hunnigan. Leon, I hope you can hear me. I'm Ingrid Hunnigan. I'll be your support on this mission. Leon responds loud and clear. Somehow I thought you'd be a little older. So the subject's name's Ashley Graham, right? And she responds, that's right. So this is the update. Leon, I hope you can hear me. I'm Ingrid Hunnigan. I'll be your support on this mission. Leon Kennedy, loud and clear. So the subject's name's Ashley Graham, right? That's right. So what they took out was somehow I thought you'd be a little older.
Is there a problem with the original dialogue there?
Oh, we're gonna get it's even better. Okay, so here's some more. This is the original transcript. This is what it was originally. Hunnigan. Leon, it's been 6 hours since our last transmission. I was starting to get worried. Leon's response. Don't you mean lonely? Anyway, I started to feel dizzy, and then I guess I must have lost consciousness. Can you guess what they took out?
Well, I have a very good idea, but let's let the chat decide.
Leon, it's been 6 hours since our last transmission. I was starting to get worried. Leon, I started to feel dizzy, and then I guess I must have lost consciousness.
Ding, ding, ding.
He removed, don't you mean lonely? Anyway. So they removed that. You can see how grown up these people are. See how grown up and intelligent these people are that decide this shit. This is Capcom censoring.
Yeah.
And they admitted they did this because they were worried how this would reflect on their company today. Those are their words. They were worried how this would reflect on their company today.
Yeah.
So
See,
another.
Sorry, I was just gonna say that's the problem when you get the corporate suits in those figurehead positions that don't actually enjoy video games. It's all about marketing, PR, all that kind of jazz, and of course, making as much money as possible while doing as little creative as possible.
Okay, so this is another. This is the original. So by all means, guess what they took out. Louis Serra. Small world, eh? Well, I see the president's equipped his daughter with ballistics, too. Ashley Graham, the daughter of the president. How rude, and I don't believe there's any relevance with my figure and my standing. Who are you? Oh, excuse me, Your Highness. Perhaps the young lady might want to introduce herself first before asking someone's name. Update. Small world. Who are you? Ho ho, excuse me, Your Highness. Perhaps the young lady might want to introduce herself before asking someone's name. So they took out, well, I see the president's equipped his daughter with ballistics too. Now she's an adult. She's not a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
How rude, and I don't believe there's any relevance with my figure and standing. Basically, they took all that out.
Well, how dare you pinpoint things of the female anatomy? You can't do that. You can go on the internet and see it 24/7 for free, but oh no, I'll be goddamned if we're putting that in a video game that everybody's gonna enjoy. No way. Can I throw a quick little prediction out there?
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume, and this will be blatantly obvious, but I'm gonna assume you will also no longer be able to have Ashley climb a ladder and then use your pistol to zoom in up her skirt and have her yell at you for doing so. That'll probably just get taken right out. Yeah.
Yes. And more.
And more.
So let's see. They've completely removed part of the ending. Leon's post credits attempt to flirt with Hunnigan, completely removed. I've rescued the subject. We're returning home. You did it, Leon. Thanks. You know, you're kind of cute without those glasses. Give me your number when I get back. May I remind you that you're still on duty. Story of my life, completely removed. Additionally, and here is some crazy shit. Okay. There is a woman that has been speared to a wall
I
in the
remember
game.
this. Mhm.
And when you click on that, it says, guess there's no sex discrimination here. Now it says, I guess no one's safe.
But there's plenty of sex discrimination in the remake, am I right?
Now, that is just the updates they are making to the game we all love.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now I have no idea if this is going to happen on PC. I suspect it will, and when it does, it's going to break every single mod, and it's going to turn the modding community into an insane rampaging inferno, because I know there's an HD mod that I have sorry, I had to sneeze. There's an HD mod that I have that is going to get completely broken. They're going to have to patch that somehow. But that is connected to the EXE of the game. And when they make this update, they're going to change that, because they're not going to want people going in and fixing what they've changed. They're not going to want people restoring it and going back to the way it was. It's going to be as simple as that. There will be some kind of fail-safe where if you tamper with it, it's going to screw everything up.
Most likely.
I do have... That is relevant. Hold on 1 second. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I have a legit question, because I know there are men and women present in chat. And because I was thinking about this for a while when the topic came up. Because back when I played the original on the GameCube and in sequential years afterwards, I had some friends on Xbox Live, and some of them were girls. Oh my God. Yeah. Imagine that. But a lot of them, even back then, this is probably going back at least over 10 years now. Some of them had always complained, and I've heard this outside Xbox Live as well, but a lot of people, fans, would kind of complain a little bit that Leon always was kind of a misogynistic asshole. So I could see that myself, like he's a little chauvinistic and, just kind of goggling over the ladies there. But a legit question is, do you in chat, and you, Loki, do you agree that Leon's misogynistic attitude here and there was a little bit overkill? Was it a little bit not at all too forced? Was it too out there? Or do you think it's all right? He's still good at his job. He does what he does, and he can be a little dick if he wants to.
Yeah, pretty much. There was nothing wrong with the dialogue. Okay. So here's the thing, and this is why these changes are taking place. These companies do not want to be called sexist, misogynistic, or any of this other shit. The reason why these things are taking place is because they believe the Anita Sarkeesian line, that all of this is tied to sexism, that all of this is tied to misogynism, that women look at the female characters in these games and they have body display, or whatever the hell it was that I was reading the other day. This is what these people believe their games are doing. Now, they actually did a psychological study over the course of the last 3 years. So during the coup and all of this shit, they were doing this psychological study for the past 3 years that violence and this kind of content in video games, flirting, sexual content, women image, all that shit has absolutely nothing to do with any of the shit they've been claiming for the past 10 years. So all the Anita Sarkeesian shit, all the shit these women have been claiming for the past 10 years, Gamergate, all this shit is absolutely fundamentally not true. It's all been produced by these women to get their way because they hate other women.
Boo!
Dysmorphia, thank you. Dysmorphia,
Yep.
Thank you, Visage Melody.
Yep.
It's all been manipulation to get what they want because they do not like other females. And they do not want to see men be attracted to other females. It's their problem. Oh my God, how can you look at that woman and like her more than me? Well, guess what, bitch? You act like a crazy, insane psychopath, and they don't. They are loyal, they are loving, they are caring, and they are sexy. And you know what? Guys like shit like that. But I don't want to be any of that. Well, then fucking suffer.
Mm-hmm. Is it
jealous much?
Yeah, no shit. So would any of these women out there not be looking at Leon, say, oh yeah, he's got a nice haircut. Oh, look how tight his ass looks in those jeans. Oh, look at that leather jacket. He's kind of a hunk. He's a misogynistic asshole, but yeah, I'd do him. I mean, come on, how many out there do you think have never said that a day in their life? I mean, if there are females out there that play the game just to play it, cool. That's great. You know, I used to love the series as a diehard too. And then they started going off the hill and, you know, doing whatever they're going to do. But holy shit. And they have made mistakes in the past before all this shit started. I remember, did you ever play the first Revelations game?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember that? I forget the girl's name because she was so fucking forced in this game. It was unbelievable. She was in a slutty outfit and Chris or someone was in trouble and she's over the comms going, oh, don't worry, Chris. Me and my sexy ass are on the way. Or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. And that was one of the rare times I'm sitting there going, really? You couldn't have done anything more clever like that? So I'm not saying their track record until now has been flawless. There's been little salt and peppered moments in between, but really to go out of the way to try and just do a complete 180 on this stuff, my God. And one of the things the study showed was, because it was a study, they had half a group of men, half a group of women. They had one group of each, same amount, that the women actually appreciated the over-the-top female characters that were dressed scantily and acted a little, how you doing? How you doing? They actually appreciated that more than the guys did. Most of the guys, it was all about run, shoot, kill, get, I want to be the best. I want to be the fastest. I don't care about the characters, blah, 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 blah. The females actually liked the female characters more. The majority of the women liked the female characters more that were kind of attractive. Yeah, I mean, there was no like self-hate. See, that's been a big thing with these crazy fucking libtards that think that, oh my God, there's a hot female in a game, get rid of her. We don't need her, get rid of her. That's all fucking Sarkeesian bullshit. Okay. Mm-hmm. The actual women appreciated that more, that there was a kick-ass slutty chick, scantily clad. Oh my God, she's so hot, blah, 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 blah. There wasn't any, oh my God, I feel so ashamed that I don't have her body. Yeah. I mean, really, do you think we don't, and that's been the big thing that they pushed is, Cortana doesn't need to look hot. She needs to have a flat chest. She needs to be a bitch. She needs to be this. She needs to be that. Women actually dislike that. Isn't that amazing? Most women actually dislike that the woman's like that. They want a hot chick more than the guys want a hot chick on the screen. And we're not talking about a group full of clam rubbers here either. We're talking about regular fucking everyday people. So Adega Outlaw sent me a message. I want to read this off real quick. Ubisoft is disabling online service and DLC for its older games. Even if you bought them, paid for them, whatever, no more access, no more DLC. Anno 2070 multiplayer and linking accounts, online features all gone. Assassin's Creed 2 multiplayer linking accounts, online features all gone. Assassin's Creed 3 multiplayer linking accounts, online features, DLC all gone. So no DLC for Assassin's Creed 3. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, same. No DLC access, no multiplayer, no linking accounts, no online features at all. Liberation HD, Assassin's Creed, same. No multiplayer, linking accounts, online features, or DLC. All gone.
Assassin's Creed Revelations, multiplayer online features gone. Driver San Francisco, multiplayer Lincoln account online features DLC gone. Far Cry 3, multiplayer Lincoln accounts online features DLC access all gone. Ghost Recon Future Soldier, multiplayer and the single player campaign can only be played if the console is in offline mode. So you have to unplug your fucking internet to play the single player campaign. Otherwise, it will not let you. Prince of Persia Forgotten Sands, multiplayer Lincoln accounts, online features, DLC, all gone. Rayman Legends, Lincoln accounts, online features, gone. Silent Hunter 5, multiplayer Lincoln accounts, online features, gone. Space Junkies, the entire fucking game is unplayable. Even if you own it, even if you put it in a console, even if you fucking download it, you cannot play it because Ubisoft will not let you play it anymore. Splinter Cell Blacklist, multiplayer Lincoln accounts, online features gone. Zombie U, Lincoln accounts and online features gone. You do not own this content. We were talking about this the other day. We were talking about this with movies on Sony's playlist. If you bought it through Sony, guess what? All the Studio Canal movies, fucking gone. Even if you own it, even if you paid for it, guess what? You don't own it. These game companies own it, and you are paying for a license to play their game when you want. That is all you're paying for.
I'm going to make a prediction. They're taking away and shutting down all the old stuff, so there's nothing to go back to. And when the figureheads at Ubisoft go in full hard-on beast mode for their games as a service platform, all you're going to be able to play and buy is the new games of service material that they'll be coming out with. You're not going back to play the old single-player shit you used to love. If you want to play our games, lies, they're games as a service, bitch. Get used to it. That's my prediction.
Sit room, that's only partially true. I could see that if they were just pulling the multiplayer. I could totally understand that. They are pulling the ability for you to play games and the DLC, even if you paid for them. So if you paid full price for the DLC, if you paid full price for some of these games, you no longer have the ability to download them and play them. That's gone. So that is only partially true. If it was just the multiplayer, I could see it. I could. But it's not. It's DLC. Sometimes it's the whole game. That's bullshit. Paid for the right to have access to it. They need to honor that. You need to keep having access to it. When PlayStation pulled the ability to get on PSN on your PS3, they had to go back and they had to turn that shit back on because people had a freaking cow. They figured, well, no one's got a PS3 anymore. Nobody's going to care if we just shut that down and shut down your ability to play the games you downloaded on your PS3. They had to turn it back on. June Wong with $5 super chat. Thank you so very much, brother. F this. Time to build your own MAME arcade machine with classic video games. Yahoo!
Arr. Damn right.
Thank you so very much, June Wong, for that $5 super chat. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla, and this is how I'm starting to feel this morning. Skull!
And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brother.
And what I'm worried about here, Steven Ransom, I want to tell you something. I've got close to 1,000 games on Steam. They have promised, Steam has promised that they will never take a title away from you that shuts down. So I have access to games that I bought that are no longer available on the store. The Transformer games is one of my lucky buys that I purchased that nobody can buy anymore on Steam. You can't buy them. I have at least 2 dozen games on Steam that you can't buy anymore. You can still download them. You can still play them. But eventually they will get to the point where my system's like, nope, not going to happen. There are already EA games that I cannot play on my system without altering how my cores work on my computer. How many people in this chat right now know how to limit the core usage they have on their CPU of their computer? How many people know how to take an octo-core and turn it into a 4-core processor? How many people know how to do that here? Raise your hand, by all means.
Raise your hand. We'll wait.
Because that's the only way you can play Dead Space and Dead Space 2. That is the only way you can play Dead Space and Dead Space 2. Sit Room knows. Pat Esta has no idea. Moods of Madness has no clue. Das Wolfen knows. Mark has no idea.
Can't help but notice you're also infinitely tired again. What happened there, bud? I'm sorry.
With the original Dead Space, you can right click on Steam and turn Steam into limited core mode. Okay, so basically you run Steam with 4 cores instead of using all your cores. That is not that complicated. Dead Space 2, you literally have to restart your computer and it can only use 4 cores. Why? Because fucking EA made it to where the game doesn't recognize anything more than 4 codes or than 4 cores. If you have more than 4 cores on your damn system, it's like, nope.
Yeah. Well, would anybody at this point be willing to trust EA to do anything?
No,
anymore?
And they'll never fix it. And they know it's a problem. They know, they've been told, they don't care. They'd rather come out with a reboot of Dead Space and say, look what we did. We've got a reboot that doesn't have this or that in it. No one can be offended anymore.
Boo-hoo.
Instead of fixing something they sold you, and it's still available to buy. It's still available to buy on multiple stores.
Well,
on GOG, on fucking Steam, on the EA store, and there is no warning. Hey, guess what? If you've got a problem, it's most likely due to the fact that you can't load the game if you have more than so many cores on your computer. There is no warning. There is no anything. There is no, hey, if you don't know how to do this, you're not going to be able to run the game. They just sell you the fucking game.
Yeah, of course. We still got to make our money, refund policy or not. You know, if there's a chance some sucker who doesn't know what they're doing is going to go out and buy this thing. Oh yeah, sure. I'll pay $20 for an old game. Why not? And then they're just rubbing their hands together like, ha, bitch, can't play it. God, it's so sad. It's just sad. So yeah, get ready for them to shut down all their old shit in favor of games as a service, bitches. Get ready for it, because a fucking apocalypse is coming. Continue to pay for shit, because that's what we're gonna pool all our resources into.
Yeah, and they say that this is because it is a port from the 360 and the PS3. That is totally a lie. I have multiple games that came over from the 360 and the PS3. All the Transformer games did that, and there's absolutely no problem running them like that. This is something they did with the PC versions of the game that there's no reason for it. Someone just put in, well, we can only do this, and we can only have this many cores, and my God, they're never going to have any more than this, so who the hell cares? No, absolutely not. This is their shitty coding that happened that nobody knew about back when the 360 and the PS3 were running things. And they did a shitty port over to the PC with the same rules in place. Other games that came over from the PS3 and the fucking Xbox 360 don't have this bullshit in it.
Isn't that curious? Yeah. So if you're like me, just keep on kicking it old school. There's nothing in this world left for anybody. Just let it go, because it's dead, Jim. It's dead.
I want you to have physical copies. I have a huge, and I've got Dead Space. I've got Dead Space on 360. I've got the actual hard copy of both games. If I really want to play it, I can throw it in my 360 that's sitting right here, or I can go and throw it in my Xbox One and play them both. I really don't have to play them on PC. My problem is that I've got them on PC, and their stupid system makes me go out of my way to have to do shit to play it, when I can play games of that same generation just fine on my computer today.
Again, rather curious, isn't it? Damn crooked bastards. Oh, well. Flush them all down the toilet. They've been in the shit pile.
What do you think? What do you think about this idea that the companies really don't give a shit because they want you to buy the new version?
Of course they do.
Why are they going back? We're going to get back to Resident Evil real quick before we go back to Firefly. Why do you think they're going in and they're altering Resident Evil 4, the original game, before they come out with the remake? Why do that? Why go back and change dialogue and change scenes and remove things from an old game when they're making a remake where they can make all those changes anyway?
Because you have to believe and have faith in them that newer is better. Newer and updated is better. Newer and updated for today's modern society is better. Good morning, Bacon. I thought I heard some sizzling in the background somewhere. Newer is better. Get out and buy it now. Forget the past. Forget the past, because those are crap. It's all shit. Go out and get the new shit. This is the new shit. It's better.
Do you remember there was something that came out. Or something that came out when Star Wars started to pull all its shit, when they said, if you don't like this new stuff, go back and watch the old stuff. Go back into your caveman cave and go watch the old movies if you don't like the new stuff. This is ours now, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, guess what? What if, and isn't this fucking beautiful, guys? Isn't this great? This is the news you have always been waiting for. What if they alter what you loved and then say, well, you know what? You really don't have a choice. Either way, we're going to get what we want. Either way, we are going to change everything we can in the old one just so you can't go back and enjoy that dialogue that you miss so much. See, now we're not only taking that away in the new stuff we're coming out with, we're going back in the past and altering it so you can't enjoy that either. Suck a dick.
Yeah. Arwen's leaving already. All right, well, see you, girl. Come back when you can't stay so long next time, yeah? Fuck off now. I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's a big sense of ownership and just, command and conquer, no pun intended, for lack of a better term. Major ownership, major budgeting, major finances. And yeah, get those finance degrees, people, because if you want to take this situation back, we're all going to have to go through like 7 or 8 years of university and then, take their jobs over so gamers can take it back. Yeah, I don't know. It's a rough world. It's a rough time to be a gamer if you've grown up watching games age as we age. It's tough to look towards the future with any sense of hope and hope that they're going to have some dignity about what's going to roll out.
Project Cambrian. Look up the last edition PS3s that came out of Japan. Yes, you can play those and you can play US games on them. Some of those are really nice and not that expensive. You would expect the PS3 consoles and the battery issue and all that, they're going to be, $300, $400 for working ones that work well. No, you can get the latest edition of the PS3, which I think only came out like 4 years ago in Japan. Those were the last ones. There's some really nice consoles, and you're gonna get a long life out of those. So I'm actually looking at buying one myself and having it shipped over from Japan. And those aren't that expensive. You're looking at like $150 for some of them. So some of those last edition PS3s that came out in Japan are really nice. And I'm totally digging the way they look. Psychodorb9 with a $20 super chat. Thank you so very much, my friend. He says, Traveler 5 game report. Our thrown together party is trying to find a missing ship and its geology data. Ship landed in a volcano caldera. Wiring jacked up, 6 lifter shot. Time to play. Beat the clock with the volcano. Thank you so very much, Psychodorf9, for that $20 super chat and your Traveler 5 game report. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla. And speaking of fires, brother, we're going to burn the fucking village down this morning. Skull! Forget the past, kill it if you have to, snacks and comments. And that's exactly what they want to do. They want to kill the past. They want to kill your ability to go back to your old content. Forget that old content. It means nothing now. See, the problem is that these people have disposable entertainment. Okay. So all these fucking blue-haired Landwell SJW bitches that run around and scream about fucking equality and all this bullshit that they do not believe in. They're the most judgmental fucks you will ever meet in your life. Mm-hmm. You know, you want to talk about people judging you because of your skin color? That's exactly what these SJW blue-haired fucking weirdos do.
Oh my God.
They're the ones that have all this disposable entertainment that doesn't mean anything to anybody. So they don't care. They do not care about entertainment. They don't care about what you love. They don't care about what you used to enjoy. All of that needs to go away and be replaced by everything they want to give you. That's what they want. That's what this is all about. You can't go back to the past. You can't enjoy something you enjoyed before. It has to be gotten rid of. It has to go away. You can't enjoy it like you used to, because it'd be immoral and improper and wrong for you to enjoy it like you used to.
I beg to differ. I can most certainly go back and enjoy what I used to love, and I can still do it to this day and any day moving forward thus far, because they're not taking my hard copies away. Until the day when all my shit either degrades and totally breaks down, I can play whatever the fuck I want on whatever platform I want. And if they don't like it, too fucking bad. Because if all they want is your money, guess what? You may get it from somewhere else, but you're not getting mine.
That's right. Just think about Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Just think about what they did with Mass Effect.
Yeah. It's okay. Modders will take care of that. Put the ass back in. Yeah. How crazy was that? Taking the ass out. Is there something wrong? I'm just like, oh my God, I want my lack of tits to be represented. I don't feel this is right. How many bisexual or gay women out there enjoyed looking at Miranda's ass? Show of hands. Any of them out there? If there's no one in chat, then go look up polls on the internet. Because I'm sure the female species enjoyed looking at it too. Certain members of it. But yeah, don't get me started on that. That's a whole different thing. But my God, it's a fucking crime to look good. So thank God I'm an average looking guy, because I'm not going to jail. But Jesus Christ. Do you think I'm ranting and raving? I'm done. Go ahead.
So I promised we'd come back around to this and talk about Firefly again before we leave. Joss Whedon's not returning. The cast isn't returning. Nathan Fillion's been quoted that people would burn down the studio if they found out what was going on. Should Whedon come back? I don't know. They pretty much canceled him. I remember back in January, I read an article about the way he talked to staff members that were working on a show with him, and how he basically was like, he ground them into dust under his boot. Like they had absolutely no talent. They had no reason to be there. These are some of the comments
Mm.
in the latest article talking about the Firefly reboot. So I won't watch Disney ruin this. Not watching. Those perverts destroy everything they get their hands on. Nathan Fillion, Gina Torres, Alan Tudyk will not be on board, especially with Joss Whedon not being on board. They're going to change the show into something that would get a G or PG rating. They're Sky Pirates. Their world simply isn't a PG one. Talking about Firefly's world not being a PG one. Expect subpar actors, probably some of Disney's lousy child stars from their young adult series that need a new job.
Best of the bargain bin DVD specials coming in on this one, I tell you.
This is the one I loved the most out of these comments. Let the Alliance rewrite the whole fucking show. That'll go real well. I'm a brown coat, but I don't see the oversized rat doing the show any justice. Basically referring to Disney as the Alliance in Firefly.
Yeah.
As a fan of both Disney and Firefly, Disney will most assuredly ruin Firefly in every imaginable way.
Well,
Disney will just F it up. Maybe call it Brokeback Firefly.
Brokeback Firefly, yep. Live not in a theater near you, I guess. Yeah. You say fan of Disney, fan of what Disney used to be. Absolutely what they used to be. Because I don't know. Man, it's rough. It's going to be rough. And I'm not going to check it out. And yeah, Mark, I saw what you put there. Yep, they fear that. Because damn, she was a gorgeous woman. They're not going to be fucking putting any of that in the new one. I'll tell you that much.
So this is another wonderful comment here. So some anonymous person 20 years ago in the stressful, stressed out writing room of a high standard show, which through no fault of its own was clearly going to be canceled. The showrunner was less than perfectly behaved to one of the writers under him is enough nowadays to ruin said showrunner's career. Interesting and profoundly ridiculous. People aren't robots hardwired to conform to some code of imposed behavior, especially not people who create good things. To the poor, nearly in tears, didn't quite pull a decent scene off writer, here's what you should have taken away. Do a fucking better job next time. Preferably not in the creative sector.
Yeah. I'm without words. I'm honestly without words because I know it's not going to go well. It's not going to end well. I mean, geez, it could end up like Batwoman, canceled after 2 seasons. Would they go 2 or 3? All because of the same shit. You know, just rebooting and trying to rehash the same old shit because we're just, we're too lazy to figure out something for ourselves. So let's take another classic franchise and destroy it. Destroy it all. And man, what a fantastic job they're going to do. If this goes, how many seasons do you think this is actually going to go?
Probably 2 or 3.
4 episodes.
I mean, you're talking about it being on Disney Plus. They'll keep anything alive. It's like CW now.
Yeah.
And CW had to sell. CW had to sell itself off for $0 fucking dollars. The company that's getting CW is paying for $100 million debt. That's all they're doing. They're not giving Warner Brothers anything for the CW. They're paying $100 million of debt. Warner Brothers isn't getting anything. They're giving it away.
Yeah, it's just a bailout program. Jesus. Batwoman. Because like Batman TV series would be shit, right? Yeah, you know what? I will go back and watch the all campy as hell 60s TV show back to back for 3 straight months before I will go and watch any of that new shit. Oh, wait, I can't because it was canceled and I'm not buying any physical copies of it anywhere. Fuck that.
Disney will automatically renew it just to spite people. Absolutely.
Yeah, they will because they'll still get their Disney Plus subscribers. They'll keep making their money. They'll lower the budget on the production and they'll make it even more shit than an already pile of shit it will be. And they'll just keep it going for the hell of it.
And what Mark said right here, it'll last 4 seasons with 6 to 10 episodes a season.
Is that your
And
prediction?
then-
All right,
and
he's
then
calling
they'll
it
go,
here.
We're moving on. We're moving on. It was a great run. Everybody was happy with it. Everybody had a great time making it, except for POCs, because the POCs had to deal with the racial injustice of people not liking their remade, reforged fucking shit characters. Just wait. Oh, well, the role of Captain Reynolds has been given to this blah, blah, blah POC, and no one's going to like him because they're all ists, obes, and Yahtzees. Just wait.
Of course they
We've
are.
heard this before. Why anyone thinks this is ever going to change, you're absolutely knucking futs. If you think that, oh my God, if I just wait long enough, Disney's gonna fix Star Wars, you're fucking nuts. If you think, oh my God, Bob Chapek is gonna turn everything around for Disney, you're fucking nuts. And anyone trying to sell you that is a lying fucking piece of shit. Anyone that tries to sell you that shit is fucking nuts.
Don't believe the hype.
You want Loki to go hardcore on you. This is Disney, and that's not going to change. How many fucking times do people have to see them do this shit? How many fucking times do they have to destroy good characters? How many fucking times are they going to flip everything on its head and be like, ha ha, fooled you?
How many
before you
fucking
realize?
I was gonna say, how many fucking times are you gonna have to say how many fucking times?
I mean, you're getting punked by Disney. Every
Oh, yeah.
time you think that, oh, look, you fell for that too. Oh, I can't believe it, man.
What's with
You are so
man?
dumb. Evil will always triumph because
Wait a-
good is dumb.
Because I was gonna say, way to go, all fucking dark helmet on us there.
Oh, look, you fell for that too.
Oh my
I
god!
can't believe it, man.
Now that I have my coffee, I'm ready to watch Brokeback Firefly. I love Brokeback Firefly. Everybody knows that. Of course we do, sir.
That's right.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
We're out of
So,
here, guys. We're
yeah.
out of here.
We've overstayed our welcome with our rage and dictatorship and thugonomics.
Nothing's over. Just give me something to drink.
Just give me
Oh
something.
yeah,
to
they made what's his name? Yeah. God, I can't remember his goddamn name. The rock guy in Thor. Apparently they made him fucking. Oh well, he comes Korg. Oh well, apparently he comes from a race of all males now that don't have females, which that's not the way it was in the comic
And
book.
yeah, and no, Darius, for the second time, I will not be checking out Brokeback Firefly.
Nope.
We don't get the greatest reception up here in my igloo, eh?
Korg. Yeah, Korg. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, Korg. Thanks, Disney. Thanks for another one. Fuck
Thanks
you.
a lot, guys.
We're out of here. Take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. And me and Zero will catch you guys next Monday on another Zero Hour. Take care, everybody.
Woohoo.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.